and logo. Eat. Hey, watch the slant. Hey, Delta. 55 mark.
From the gun on third down. Patterson. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it. No, he didn't. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Look at me. Go. Now.
They'll try the left side. Way. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Ready. 70, Indy. Watch the pass. Here we go. Be grip.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coach staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Check 26. Here we go, 46.
Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 43.
27 on the play. 1st down, Pittsburgh.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 6-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Ravens 6, Steelers nothing.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
What we got? What we got? What we got? 36, 36.
Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott sliding out of the pocket. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Dante Fowler, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Third and long.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17, following the 2 negative plays. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On 2nd down now. Way. And able to get it across the 10 to 15. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Off the play fake. Patterson. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, echo. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. You go night-night. Don't go night-night.
Operating from the gun, Patterson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Here we go. Check, 47. Get ready.
action. Here's Prescott. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
A gain of 14. First down, Steelers.
There we go. He's time to win. He's time to win. Kill.
First down, Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. To throw on second down. Patterson. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
46-yard line.
Off play action. Patterson. Wide open receiver, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Here we go. 30 base. 6-6. Ready.
Fournette running out of the gun. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefit to that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Patterson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Here's Prescott. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey, kill! 47, 26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Hey, lock it.
And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency break.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game. Yet, they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Watch the safety creep. Go to 54. Wide. Check 43. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know. Let him roll. West.
To throw is Prescott. Complete to Washington. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
No. We're going to 54. Wide.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
46. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. Let's go. Handle. Under. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. 46.
Throwing. Prescott. And he finds McDonald. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You better be afraid of me. Watch out. 47.
Here's Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now Prescott. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Vance McDonald, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. A goal to these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Ready, ready. 10 Lobo. So we got man. X3. 218, chop.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2nd and 9 now. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Squeeze.
On 3rd and 2, Patterson. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. From the gun, Patterson. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball on a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
At the 18-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check 52. Kill. 26.
Prescott to throw it. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Squeeze, double. There we go, kill. Hey, kill. Check. Slam. 46. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They run with Breida, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. And the Steelers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Prescott from the gun. Moncrief brings it in. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Prescott to throw on 4th. Eluding the pressure right. And no, it's incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Check 31, check 31.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Ready? Quick stone, traffic. 60 outlaw. That's the slip. Bang, 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 bang. Ready, ready?
Off the play fake. Patterson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Matt Breida. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Set, ready.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Switch.
Terrific running there to start the drive, as that's going to go for 15 and a quick first down as well. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5 at the 45-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the slant. Undercut.
They'll keep it on the ground. Way. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Patterson throwing right, and that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check. Crunch.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Fournette, a first down carry. And not much running room. Down to the 32. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Down. 18 Gator. All day, dog. Check 4. Hit it.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Set. 8, read. Coming.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here.
Watch the screen. Go. Check.
2nd and 13. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Right there in the middle. 55. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Get it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Patterson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as he'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. So it was a golden chance to go ahead here in the final moments, but he misses for a second time in this game.
Brandon, either one of those go, and they might be on their way to a victory. Instead, they're going to have to hold on here defensively just to force overtime.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw. And this is Moncrief with a catch. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Prescott now. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the...
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure of the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
They'll begin the drive with Breida. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the pass. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 47. Gun. I got you. You're all mine, baby. 26.
And what can Prescott do in the OT? Washington's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. On that quick throw, what do you think? Possibly something they saw at the line to go there?
Possibly in the game plan, and you notice they went with an empty backfield. No backs there to help with pass protection, so you have to have a counter to that because you know they're probably going to bring pressure.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Whip. Watch the whip. Here we go, 47. Ball try. 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Washington. There he goes left side. And he is in for the score. And it is absolutely winning on the road in overtime.